Hello, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. This is Lucky Clover Budgets, and today we are going to break down our weekly expenses and unstuff my weekly wallet and other envelopes from our categories. So let's jump right in. For our date nights this week, so date is just considered everything that we spend on our days off. So we both have the same 2 days off, me and my husband. We spent $184.78. We went out to dinner twice, and we also went bowling with my mom and my stepdad. So we did take a ride share when we went bowling because we were having drinks. So that was $12.18. Gas, this was my husband only spent $6 because he was taking up our car that we are trying to sell. He took it to work so that one of his coworkers could look at it, but he did not end up buying it. So travel, this is a payment that we made for a cruise that we're doing in March. It's for my husband's birthday. So that is the port fees and taxes was $424. And I won't be unstuffing this because it was in our Ally account. So I don't know if we'll have all of it from the Ally. I'll have to see after this trip, and then we can make up whatever we owe from my husband's paychecks and mine. And then travel, shopping, and clothes. This is coming out of the clothing category from our travel binder, and this was for a jacket. We both got a light jacket from Costco, and we had a gift card, so the remainder was $10.89. This was my hair appointment. I went and got my hair lightened and also a haircut, and it was $286.92. I did pull that out of my Ally account, but I will be pulling the placeholders out of that envelope with you. Trixie is our new car, and I had to pull the $2,000 down payment. I had $700 of it in our new car folder. The rest of it I pulled out of various savings categories, so you'll see that on the next page. Planner stickers has already been deposited into the account last week, or I'm sorry, last month. Travel shopping, this was just a few things. So I got like sunscreen, so $15.11 for that. Let's see, 2 work lunches from my husband, so $6.37 for Arby's and $7.58 for Dairy Queen. Our HOA payment was already pulled and put into the bank. All 3 of these bills were put into the bank in the last wallet. Unstuffing and stuffing. This travel shopping here was for toiletry items, so travel size toiletries, $33 at Target. Travel clothing, $85. I got myself a new purse for the trip. Travel, so I actually went to pack our carry-on suitcase, and I unzipped it, and the zipper just like fell apart. We've had it for like 8 years, so I did know that it wasn't going to last much longer, but I was hoping it would last one more trip. But I had to go purchase a new travel bag, and then I got us some chargers. So suitcase and chargers was $120 at TJ Maxx. Boobies is my kitty, and I went and got him some more food so that he wouldn't run out with the pet sitter, so $20. Hobbies, when I went to go get his food at Walmart, they had a budget planner, a happy planner on clearance, and I think it might work for my budgeting. So you will probably see that when I get back from vacation. Grocery, we spent $6 for like a take-home pizza from Walmart to make dinner last night. Interest payment is one of those bills that was already deposited. That was for our margins. Work lunch was Sonic. That was my husband's. Fast food was me. I went and got a Starbucks yesterday because I was running around like cleaning our car and doing all these errands. So I got myself a Starbucks, and then that's my membership, my gym membership, sorry, that was pulled out and deposited last week. So let's see, I calculated and it should be 544 that we're going to pull out in cash from my wallet. I'm going to zoom you out here. And then this sheet here is a breakdown of all the categories, and then I will add, so like we had duplicate clothing travel expenses, so I added them all together and that was the total. So this is what we're going to be working with to unstuff our categories in our wallet and our other envelopes. So I also have some change. Let me actually pull you guys out more so we can fit everything. Okay. So I also grabbed some change so we can make change when I'm pulling out of the wallet. This wallet never wants to work with me. There we go. I like it though, it's cute, but it doesn't always like to work with me. Okay, coffee. So this is my fast food money. We owe ourselves, is on the other side here. $7.05, so we'll just round down to $7. 5, 6, and 7. So now for the month I have believe I should have 23, but I have 12, but that is because I haven't gotten paid yet this month, so I will add 11 more dollars to that because I budget $30 a month for myself for fast food. So this is my husband's. He spent with all of his work lunches $21.64. So I'm just gonna leave. He has, why is there 45 in here? There should be 25. Somehow I messed that up. I'm going to take that 20 away and put it over here. And then I'll figure out what we're going to do with that later. But I'm going to put 25 back in here and put in $3. Okay. Date night, we spent the $187.48. So I'm just going to do 12. I kind of just forget the change and do whatever the round number is, either rounding up and down, depending on if it's above or below $50. So we owe this one 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so because we got our new car, I'm not really doing the rollover. I'm still deciding if I want to do like a rollover and then make extra payments on the car. I also ended up, so on this page you can see that we took money from our dreams, Christmas, month ahead, buffer, wedding, all of these savings accounts that were in my ally. That is what we took from to get that $2,000 down payment plus the $700 that was in new car. So these ones you won't actually see me unstuff, other than we will take the placeholder sticky note out of buffer, but all the rest of these I have already noted in my savings tracker that we spent them. So those are now all currently at 0. So if I do a rollover, I will probably put it into our buffer to get our buffer back up again. So we may or may not do that. You will not see a cash stuffing next week because we will be on our vacation. So everything that we're spending next week is going to come out of travel, which I already transferred from Ally into my bank account. So long little rant there, but I think that's important to know. So we spent $7. So we're going to take our 40 back. Or I guess we don't need to take the 40, just the 20, and put in 33. Okay. I did not have to fill up the GMC this week. It was good to go. It still has like a quarter of a tank, so we'll fill it when we get back home. Okay, we're also Ubering to the airport. We're ride sharing to the airport because it's cheaper than parking the car there for 12 days. So I did budget $200, but I'm not sure how much it will be because we're doing that in the morning. Today is currently Saturday. So we're doing that tomorrow morning. And so this is blank. This one is also blank. That's for whatever we get for lunch or dinner at the airport. So I did not add, um, I will add like the total sticker here. But I can't do it yet because I don't know the total of what we spent because we still have Sunday tomorrow and we're gonna probably spend money. Well, we will spend money on ride shared and food. So anyway, ride share, we did $12. So put back the 20 and grab, let's see here. Oh my gosh, my brain. 5, 6, 7, 8. I just had a total brain lapse and could not think of how much 20 minus 12 was. Okay. Drinks, we did not spend anything on drinks. Okay, so Bubba's, we will pull that from the home binder because I didn't think I would have to spend on him, so I didn't stuff him. But we'll still pull that out in a minute. We spent $14 on groceries. So I did actually spend money at Dollar Tree to get some snacks that I forgot to put on the other page, but I did add it here. So that's why there's some white out, but it was $14. So let's put back 20. We'll grab $5 and $6. If I don't end up doing the rollover, then that just means that we will have to take less money from the envelopes and stuff the envelopes less with each paycheck if we're under in categories. So either way, we're gonna, and then we can use that extra money that we have in the paychecks for other categories, sinking funds, savings. So either way, it's, you know, we're still saving money by not spending or overspending in categories. So let's actually, I have the emergency one right here, and we're going to go back to this buffer. And it does have some cash, just 20 in there, but this Ally placeholder that I kind of made, it's just a sticky note, but it works to let me know what's in the Ally, and that 200 is now gone. So the other one that we need to take placeholders from is in here. It's my hair folder, this one here. And I actually took 300 because I paid her a cash tip. So it was $300 total. So I'm going to take 300 placeholders out of here, $300. And then I'll stick the $50 one back in there. So there we go. And then that $50 is still an Ally. I didn't pull it out, so it will just stay there until I need my hair done again, and I will add to that folder. So this one here, we are going to pull the money for the kitty, for boobies. Sorry, I kind of moved the cash tray a little. Okay, so he owes me $20. Now he has 20, 40, 50, 1 and 2, so $52. And then he will get his chewy.com auto ship when we get home. I just have to adjust it because I don't think he's going to need as much food since I just went and bought him a whole nother bag of dry food. So I just didn't want them to run out when I was out of town, you know. So I wanted to make sure that he had extra, and then we don't have to worry about it. And the pet sitter doesn't have to worry about it. I don't know where I want the cash tray. Where is a good angle for it? Let's see. Scooch that over. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, this one, what we're pulling out of here will be hobbies. So we're going to go back to hobbies, my dino envelope. Here she is. I love this envelope. I wish I had more cute ones like that, but I am trying not to spend so much on things and just work with what I have. So $10 for that. I am thinking about maybe giving myself like almost like an allowance every month that I can use on Etsy, because I do like supporting other creators in the budgeting community. And there's so many cute creative things that everybody makes on there that I would love, to have in my setup. But I also don't want to overspend and ruin my budget either. So I will have to talk with my husband and also see what we can do about that. But obviously, I'm not going to order anything until after our trip. So I believe that that is all of the money that we needed. So I am actually going to pull out 200 before we count this, because that was the change that I had in there beforehand to make change. So that actually came from my travel binder, and we'll go back in there. So we have pulled 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Let me grab a calculator. We can make our lives a little bit easier here with the calculator. So that was 120 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So plus 10. We're at 300 now, and that is because we have not pulled from our travel binder yet. So let me grab out our travel binder, and then I may actually need this change. I am not sure yet. I totally forgot about the travel categories. So we are going to flip all the way back to shopping. So in shopping, we spent 153. So 120, 40, 50, 1, 2, and 3. I did kind of go through the binders and organize them beforehand into what I knew we would need. So shopping is done. I'm not doing any more shopping before the trip, and that's what that category is for. And then for outfits, we have 150, and we spent, let's see, clothing, $95.89. So I will put back in 100 and grab $3. Okay, so it now has 51, 2, and 3 in outfits, which honestly, I am just going to, because we're not doing any more before the before the trip shopping. So I am actually going to move this into souvenirs. So we have 190 in the bank, plus 10 makes 200. We have 250, 300, 21, 2, and 3, so $323. I do think that's gonna be too much. I do plan on getting my mom and stepdad and my dad a souvenir, and then my husband usually gets like a couple of his coworkers something, and then we'll of course get something as well, but I don't think we usually don't spend over $200 on souvenirs. But like I said in our travel reallocation video, it doesn't really matter. All the money is for the trip, so we'll just split it up however it falls with what we spend. So the cash that's in here is actually going to get pulled out. Let me take that 200 back here and put that into entertainment, because that's where it came from in the first place. So this now has 200 more, so it has, well, I guess, let's see. So we had 300 before, plus we took travel shopping, we took 153, and then we took plus 97 out of clothing. So we should have $550 here. So $550 is going to go back to the bank to pay off my credit card before the trip. And then this money will come with us in cash. And then I also have the money that I transferred from Ally on the card. And then we're primarily just going, or I guess in the account on my debit card. And then we're just going to use my credit cards primarily when we're on the trip. And then when I get home, I will do a breakdown of what we spent in every category just so we know. And then the total that we spent on the trip, and then whatever's left over, I will use that to pay this for 24 for that cruise. And if we go over, then like I said in my cash stuffing video, we have extra in date. So we can use that for it. I also have the money in Vegas, in our Vegas fund, for our anniversary that I can kind of use and then replenish, because we have a while, like over a month till that trip. So we will make it work, but I'm thinking we have way more than enough money saved up for this trip, and we will have leftovers, which is what I wanted anyway. So that was a lot of rambling to say. Thank you for joining this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what your next travel plan is and where you're going, or if you just recently came back, let me know about your most recent trip. Thank you so much again. Please like and subscribe, and stay lucky, my friends. Bye-bye.